Our next guest, he's been called a Hollywood trailblazer for good reason. Actor Colman Domingo won an Emmy for his role in Euphoria. He received an Oscar nomination, thank you very much, for the movie Rustin. His latest project is this new Netflix series. It's called The Madness. This is wild. He plays a TV analyst named Muncie Daniels, I like that name, who's framed for the murder of a white supremacist. Think about that for a second. While on the run, he discovers a conspiracy so much bigger than himself.
We'll ask that you remain extremely accessible in the following days, okay? If we call, you answer.
I don't have a phone. I lost it in the woods.
Well, I'll find a way to find you. Point is, I'm not sure what's going on here, so I have to leave every option open as to who did what, when, if indeed a deed got done. Is there anything else you're forgetting to tell me?
I saw a murder. I got chased. I went to the diner to call the cops.
The next day. You waited till the next day.
Cops are like, Mr. Domingo, you got some splaining to do. Colman Domingo, we're so glad you... This is such a wild ride. I was just going to watch the first couple episodes, watched all 8. I finished at 2 o'clock this morning.
Are you serious?
Because I wanted to know how it was going to end.
It grabs you out the gate, Gayle.
It starts out strong, and it never lets go. But
Thank you.
You're playing Muncie Daniels, who's a TV anchor.
Yes.
Who was you watching to get that role?
You know, I probably were watching the three of you.
Right answer.
Good answer. But I was
answer.
also examining a lot of folks, like, like people who really do this, on sets like, like Van Jones or Jonathan Capehart, even Don Lemon. I was looking at these guys who sometimes can be fiery. In the rhetoric and, arguing and trying to figure out which way to go forward.
But this is so interesting because I was watching going, what the hell is happening here as I was watching the series.
Yeah.
And it's called The Madness, and it really is totally mad, Colman.
What's about the mad world that we live in? It's about
It's relevant today. That's also...
It's about what are we being fed,
Yes.
what's keeping us apart, what's behind door number 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. When you really go deeper. So he's got to get out of the chair and go out into the world.
But it's also about the madness within your character.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right? And he's trying to figure that out as well. Speak to that.
He doesn't know exactly what it is he needs to fix and repair on the inside, but he knows it's something. So this thing that he has to figure out and sort out in his life actually becomes a gift for him to really sort out his relationship with his children, his wife, and who he is in the world and what he actually believes in.
But you said it fit you like a second skin. I'm thinking, is Colman battling demons?
No,
What's
I'm not
happening
battling
there?
demons, but what the wildest thing is? It was written by Stephen Belber and V.J. Boyd, and they basically wrote a character that's from West Philly. I'm from West Philly.
Right.
And that he is a college professor. I've been a college professor. And he's a TV personality. So many things in common. So I just had to fit that into this skin and just go. I mean, I could be wrongfully accused of something, just like anyone else.
Right.
So I love the process of you getting into this character. I also love you as a father in this. You have a little conversation with your teenage son. He's like, what you're trying to say is, what I'm trying to say is don't argue with me.
Right,
okay,
exactly,
son, that's my question. Did you go back to, you were a college journalism student. Did that help you in getting into this job as a journalist on air?
It did, because I realized that part of his skill set that he didn't know that he really needed to go on this journey was the fact that he is in touch with people. He knows how to talk to anyone. I've been a bartender for many years in my career, and I feel like that gave me the skill set to do what I'm doing. So he didn't know that he needed these skills as a journalist to get to know someone else and to form allies with people that he thought he had nothing in common with.
Colman, you have done it all.
I know.
You're a bartender, actor, TV personality.
I like keeping jobs.
Yeah, no doubt. Now, this isn't just acting in the verbal sense. You are very physical in this as well. How did you prepare for that?
I had to learn jujitsu for this role. I had to learn hand-to-hand combat. I had to learn, work with arms as well.
I thought you knew all that stuff, the way that it presented itself.
You know what? I've always been that actor that's willing to learn anything, honestly. It's like when it comes to dancing or singing or, fight work, you name it, I'm game. So I feel like they gave me everything to do in this show. And I think it was a great challenge, especially after something like Color Purple and Rustin.
I just think it's so good to be you right now because not only do you have this cooking, you also did Sing Sing, which there was all sorts of Oscar buzz about that.
Yeah.
I loved your character in this, based on a true story about what happens in prison, the theater group.
Yeah.
And you're one of the main characters there. You're doing so much, Colman. I forgot that you were even in Euphoria. That's how your career just seems to be out of control in a good way.
Yeah.
How do you feel during this time?
I feel that it's been a long time in my journey where suddenly the roles are sort of meeting my skill set and what I'm curious about and what I can do. So it just feels like I'm a journeyman actor. I've been working for 34 years, and it just feels like, you know, I never knew what this time would be like.
But this is your moment.
You know, it's funny. Everyone.
It is.
It is.
You can act. You can also dress.
You can also dress. Not Vanity Fair, the Met Ball.
Yeah.
One of the co-chairs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did that come about? How did you find out?
Okay, well,
This is a big deal.
You get a call from your publicist that says, Anna Wintour would like to have a Zoom with you. And then you try not to panic, and you try to think, what is this
What
about?
did you think it was about?
I have no idea, but I'm like, but I'm going to take the call. So therefore, I set up my Airbnb that I was staying in upstate New York very nicely, and I tried to figure out what
Wore
to
a
wear.
cute outfit.
You had to wear a cute outfit. And then we had a beautiful conversation, and she really had a great invitation for me. She knew that it was going to be a historic moment about Black male tailoring, and she wanted me to be a part of it and help curate it. And she was really, it was a beautiful invitation. But she actually said, I'm not sure if you'd be interested in something like this, or if you have time. I said, I think I have time.
I mean, can we just close with Colman as a little boy? You posted on Instagram. His dream came true, not easily, with dedication, hard work, hardships. Look at him. Triumphs and pitfalls, detours, reroutes, love and faith. Today is a good day for this kid.
Oh,
Isn't it?
Gayle, man, I say this is a wonderful moment in my life and career, and I'm so grateful. I'm turning 55 on Thanksgiving, the same day that this premieres, and I feel like I have a lot to be thankful for.
Yeah.
Happy birthday. We're thankful for you.
Birthday.
Cheering
really
you on,
are.
Colman.
Thank you.
Cheering you on, always. The Madness can be streamed on Netflix starting Thursday, Colman's birthday and Thanksgiving. Wow.